Let's cut right to it. We've all felt that sinking feeling while scrolling through social media. Suddenly your apartment seems too small, your job unimpressive, and apparently everyone but you has been to Bali. Is everyone else's life actually better than yours? Spoiler, no. But why we feel this way matters, and breaking free from this comparison trap is crucial. Let's dive in. Think about it this way. Social media is basically a non-stop parade of life's greatest hits. Nobody's posting about the boring Tuesday night when they ate cereal for dinner and binged 3 episodes of a show they've already seen twice. They're posting the sunset cocktail, the job promotion, the I said yes engagement photos. It's like comparing your behind-the-scenes footage to everyone else's carefully edited movie trailer. Of course your life seems boring in comparison. Even celebrities who seem to have it all are just showing you their highlight reel. Remember when Elon Musk, who seemingly has everything, billions in the bank, revolutionary companies, and a massive global influence, admitted in interviews that he's experienced intense periods of doubt and loneliness? If Elon Musk feels inadequate sometimes, what hope do the rest of us have? Here's something to consider. There are roughly 8 billion people on this planet. Even if only the top 1% of amazing life moments get shared online, that's still millions of incredible experiences flooding your feed every day. So your brain is essentially comparing your one life to a highlight reel of millions of lives combined. That's not a fair fight. That's like feeling bad that you can't single-handedly produce as many hit songs as the entire music industry combined. Let's talk about that friend who just posted their amazing vacation photos from Greece. Gorgeous views, perfect outfits, delicious food. What you don't see is that they fought with their partner every night, got food poisoning, and their hotel room had ants. But guess which parts made it to Instagram? Studies actually show that people who heavily use social media report higher levels of dissatisfaction with their own lives. We're literally scrolling ourselves sad. The irony is that the people whose posts make you feel inadequate probably feel exactly the same way when they look at someone else's feed. This isn't just a social media problem, by the way. Humans have been comparing themselves to others since, well, forever. Before Instagram, people were keeping up with the Joneses in their neighborhood. Before that, it was comparing your harvest to the farmer next door. The difference is that now we're not just comparing ourselves to our neighbors. We're comparing ourselves to the entire world, and not even the real world, but a carefully curated, filtered, best version of the world. Here's a truth bomb. While you're envying someone else's life, there's probably someone looking at your life with envy. That job you think is boring? Someone wishes they had that stability. That apartment you think is too small? Someone would love to have their own space like that. I had this friend who was always posting about her amazing corporate job. Designer clothes, business trips, fancy client dinners. I was feeling pretty inadequate about my more modest career until one day she confessed how jealous she was of my flexible schedule and creative freedom. Mind blown. So how do we stop this madness? Here are some actual practical tips that aren't just delete all social media, though honestly, a digital detox now and then isn't a bad idea. First, practice conscious consumption. Before you start scrolling, set an intention. Are you looking for specific information or just mindlessly browsing? Being purposeful about how you use social media can change your relationship with it. Second, curate your feed ruthlessly. If certain accounts consistently make you feel bad about yourself, that unfollow button is your new best friend. No explanations needed. Third, reality check your reactions. When you feel that pang of envy, pause and ask, am I seeing the full picture here? Remember, you're comparing your complete reality to someone else's highlight reel. Fourth, practice gratitude for your own highlight reel. Try this exercise. Imagine your life as seen through someone else's eyes. What would they envy about your life? Sometimes we're so busy looking at what we lack that we forget what we have. Here's a twist. Comparison isn't always bad. When channeled properly, it can actually motivate positive change. The key is to use comparison as information, not as judgment. If you see someone who has something you want, maybe it's a certain career, a healthy relationship, or a skill, instead of thinking, why don't I have that? Try, what steps did they take to get that? Use it as inspiration, not as a stick to beat yourself with. Time for some real talk. Behind every perfect life you see online are struggles, insecurities, and plenty of ordinary days. That fitness influencer with the amazing body, they probably took 50 photos to get that one perfect shot, and they might be battling their own body image issues despite how they look. That couple that seems so in love, they have arguments just like everyone else. That friend with the amazing career, they probably lie awake some nights wondering if they're on the right path. We're all human, which means we're all complicated, messy, and dealing with our own stuff. The sooner we accept that perfection doesn't exist, the sooner we can stop chasing it. At the end of the day, the only comparison that matters is between who you were yesterday and who you are today. Are you growing, learning, Trying to be a bit better? That's the only measuring stick that counts. Your journey is uniquely yours. Someone else having an amazing life doesn't mean yours can't be amazing too. It'll just be amazing in a different way. There's no fixed amount of success or happiness in the world that we're all competing for. So the next time you find yourself spiraling after a social media session, thinking everyone else has life figured out while you're struggling, remember this: they don't, and you're not. We're all just doing our best to navigate this weird, wonderful human experience, one day at a time. And honestly, your version of life, with all its unique quirks and challenges and victories, it's pretty great, even if it wouldn't get a million likes on Instagram. That's all for today's video. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, share with someone who might need to hear this, and let me know in the comments about a time when you caught yourself in the comparison trap. Remember, we're all in this together, even when our highlight reels make it seem otherwise. See you in the next one.